EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A look inside the wondrous AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboy Nation, here are your Dallas Cowboys.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
Well, it seems like we say the same thing, doesn't it, going into every season? And it's part of being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. There's no bigger spotlight in sports. The pressure is on you from day one, and Dak Prescott has never shied away from any of it. So can he get back healthy? Can he be out there for all the regular season games? Because when he's been healthy and that group around him has been intact, they're a perennial playoff contender. Can they get back to that? I think that's what everyone around the league is wondering. And a lot of that success down in Dallas is going to come down to the play at quarterback by Dak Prescott. You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup there of 13. That's good for a Dallas first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the 43, here's second down and 5. It's another run here for Williams. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker, because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Cowboys' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. Has some room inside the 30. And he's in! Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. Touchdown. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. His kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
Into space at the 45. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll go with the sneak, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's out wide to Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Jonathan Bernard on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Vikings 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go with Williams. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll go again here with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run. It's Williams. And he's into the end zone. Devontae Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Price now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. On play action, here's McCarthy. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The Marmion Overshow. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Hawkinson in motion. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Prescott on 1st down. Short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Here's a designed run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They face 2nd down and 7. On the play fake, Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice game.
Yeah, he did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. A give, and here comes Williams. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
first and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
A run on first and goal. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
At the 2-yard line, a 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Williams. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
Shy of the goal line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by...
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He knocks it through. Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Vikings 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Price now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs. Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
On second down, here's McCarthy. Forced out left. And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
It's going to be third. They need one. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's run in, right side by Pickens. And mark him down up beyond the 30. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
There's a reason certain guys might just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
First down throw there is incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Quick throw here is complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium. After this, we're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll throw again. Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
The thing is, the offense comes to the sideline now. The quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Now the return. Oh, looks like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think at this point here, 2nd quarter of this game, I think now is where we can start seeing each team open up their offense a little bit more. Early on, everyone's kind of feeling each other out, getting a taste of what the game plans are. Here they finally take a shot downfield. Nice job by the defense, but this is going to put a little depth in that coverage and hopefully open up some other things.
It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again to the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and a yard. In motion, it's Jefferson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on 4th down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
First down, Prescott. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Pistol now for Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens once again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson, and he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Prescott again. This one complete right side. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
3rd down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
3rd and short. Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think if you're willing to throw it there, it tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on 4th down. You didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it.
Field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Price now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. In motion, Naylor. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Look wide, get this one complete, and he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle, gets him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. They get 18 on that one. First down, Minnesota.
And the Vikings, first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better. We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage. But when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. And And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. Cowboys offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Somebody gotta do it. I mean, hey, somebody gotta do it. I take a G, hey, watch him do it. We survived outside, all from the music. They like ready home.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's got a man, it's C.D. Lamb. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds.
15 yards.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
And I think both of us came away from our discussions with the coaches thinking that this guy was going to have a massive role in this one, but after only his first catch of the game, let's give credit where it's due. This defense, man, they've held him in check throughout.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On the play fake, Dak. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on 3rd down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains, and there's really 2 reasons. 1, teams are a lot more willing to use 4th down, and 2, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
Whoa! And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. He's got a receiver, it's Addison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Vikings.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
In trouble, and down he goes. The veteran, Jadeveon Clowney, still at it, and he still has it. He gets the sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On second down, here's McCarthy. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. And how about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On the RPO, they'll just flip it forward.
We got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. To the air once more is McCarthy. That is caught by the tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Will Riker now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings will tie things up. We are all even at 14.
The career is more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Cavante Turpin on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. The drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Play fake. Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a
huge play for Dallas. 35 yards.
First down.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
Taking off. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the 3rd quarter of play. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. 4th quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Prescott. To the goal line and in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Look at play action here with McCarthy. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
First down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
That's quickly out to Jefferson. And And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Now, Brian Schottenheimer disagrees on the sideline, and he's going to throw the red challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he has stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receivers saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
He was trying to get it to Aaron Jones that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Williams gets it on the draw. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
A short throw caught by Ferguson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 18 on the pitching catch. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Here comes the jet sweep. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, There's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
He'll get this one complete to Schoonmaker. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. At the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense make their way out to take over once more. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is. The ball comes out. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Cowboys offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. The defense uses its second timeout here. And don't forget, clock to the stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
16-yard line.
Second and 10. It's another run here for Williams. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up.
Pass interference. Defense.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
14.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back to work. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the gun, here's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. In motion, it's Jefferson. To throw is McCarthy. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. He'll step up and run this. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Brings up 3rd.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure is good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts. So just one kneel down and then time to shake hands. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To a knee goes Prescott. And that should do it. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys, as we say so long from Arlington.